Many of you contacted me asking me how you can book a reading with me. Navigate to my channel page and find my name. Click on the More button, and there it will open up the About box section. There I have listed the number of questions, the number of minutes, the number of questions, and the price, along with the delivery method. So say for instance you contact me, you say, Tara, I would like to have a 45-minute reading, my most popular package by the way, and you can see that it's 3 to 4 questions, the price, and the delivery method. Here you can find my email address, and so that's all you have to do. Let me show you again. Come to find my name, click on the More button, and there you have all the instructions on how to book. So let's get to the reading right now. Hello Aquarius, this is going to be your Sun, Moon, and Rising video for October 2024. If the messages don't resonate with this reading, check back to your Moon and Rising sign video. I don't want to waste any more time because I'm behind on my work, so I will introduce you to the cards. We will be reading with the Radiant White deck, the La Vida Sibila for clarification if we should need, and the Psychic Oracle Tarot to wrap the reading up. Let me turn my camera around and we get straight to the reading. I hope the camera lasts because it's been acting real ugly. I have a new one coming in the mail, a DSLR camera, and I'm hoping that it's gonna work out better than this one. So I've already done some meditation and shuffling on your sign and glyph, Aquarius, and I want to put another rifle on the cards right now because I do like to let you see me pull the cards and explain them to you. Let's get the deck. This will be a 9-card spread. Here we go. The 5 of Swords, the Fool card, the right side, the upside down Hangman, that's not good, the 2 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, that's better, the Judgment, the Hierophant, the Temperance, the Queen of Wands. I don't know quite how she fits into the story, but we have the Emperor over the whole reading. This is big energy. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana in the spread itself, and you have 1 sword and 2 cups. The cards are read past, present, and future. Past, present, future, and the interplay of the cards. you have one court card, a wand, right here. So, the Ace of Cups says that it's time for a fresh emotional restart. Whatever came before, it's time to let it go. And welcome new energies into your life. It's only that the Ace offers an opportunity to do so. Not that it's going to happen. There's no promises with aces. Over here, this tells me that there has been arguments in a marriage. The past column. Okay? And the Five of Swords talks about, it's a 5, so that it means it's, I have 2 5s actually, and 2 2s. Even the Judgment is a 20. Broken down with the numerology, it is 2. So that tells me that this is a couple related issue, the number of 2s. And also that there needs to be a decision made, because you guys have reached a crossroads. I think it's going to be okay though. So the Five of Swords is a card of victory. It spells arguments, fights, disagreements. Usually these things are over money, finances. But I don't have any coins here. I have 2 cups, a wand, and a sword. And so whenever I see the Five of Swords, there are possibly three people involved in this situation. And the 2 people in the back have thrown down their swords and walked away. So this to me tells me that you are the victor in this situation. Whoever I'm reading for, I don't know if it's male or female. I would guess a male. And so here with the 2 of swords, the 2 swords over his shoulder, tells me that you think maybe you should not have said what you said, or thought what you thought, or maybe you should have. But the thing to worry about with this card is that the Emperor is talking to me now, but just a second. That you don't hit too below the belt, because the other person or other people will stoop to any level to win the war, the fight, whatever, the argument. But it definitely says stand up for yourself if someone is misaligning you. So that could be about gossip. It could be gossip, somebody talking bad. Sometimes it can even be theft. So remain wary. Let me see if I can get the camera back right. Oh, come on. I'm almost finished. Come on. There we go. And so we come to, I didn't tell you how the cards are read. Past, present, and future. Past, present, future with the interplay of the cards. And here, because the Fool has come out, the Fool says you have been foolish. Whatever you've been arguing about, it doesn't make any sense. it also says that it's time now to make a fresh start, a new start, to go on a new journey. That's why this has shown up in the middle. Followed by the upside down hangman. Normally he's like this. So there's no waiting in this time period. This is happening right now. I don't read reverse cards, so I can't remember what the reverse hangman says. So let me look it up. Reverse hangman may be telling of arrogance and preoccupation with ego and material matters. It signifies a lack of purpose and apathy, often coming about through the misguided pursuit of illusory goals and the neglect of one's spiritual well-being. You are asked to reorder and prioritize and pursue the most rewarding path. It may be indicating that you are fantasizing about the unobtainable and tell of the inability to forgive feelings of hatred and self-pity and holding on to negative attitudes and mindsets. It may tell that you may find it difficult to progress at this time, as you may be acting stubbornly and not compromising. This behavior could result in losses, perhaps even a loss of friendship. The reverse hangman suggests an unwillingness to let go and refusal to see the long-term benefits to be had from a recently presented opportunity. The hangman reverse may be indicating that material temptation needs to be conquered, and also indicates the overcoming of the ego personality and the transmutation of lower passions. Look, I think someone has been tempted in a relationship and the other person found out. The reason why I say there are three people here, there are three people in this card, there are three people in this card, and there are three people in that card. And material life includes sex. You know? It's a material portion of life. So, the Two of Cups represents a couple. It represents a respect between the two people. And this is in the past. And so it can talk about the kind of relationship where even your health improves. You guys love each other. You just get each other. You know each other very well. And usually you have respected each other. It can sometimes indicate even a new business partner coming in, but I don't feel that this has anything. Maybe it has to do with somebody at work, wherever you work. But then twos, I told you twos, the number of twos tell me that this is a relationship issue. But twos stand for a crossroads, a decision, an opposition, somebody actively opposing you, and choices. And I think if you have not heard, don't know for sure, I think you're going to find out soon. An announcement is coming. It may come by way of somebody sipping up, saying something, but definitely. And the flag here says that it's an international symbol for the hospital, so help is on the way. But you are being called to a different life. And you are asked to always use your own judgment and discernment. Judgment just doesn't have to do with a legal case. It says you are capable, you have your own mind, and you are capable of making up your own mind. And don't be deterred from someone telling you different. Here with the Hierophant, it's a 5, so 2 5s, and 2 5s say there might be it's exciting times ahead, but excitement can be anger or it can be fear. It doesn't always mean something fun. And in this case, I think seriously that this is talking about a marriage, because that's what the Hierophant stands for. A marriage, a conventional marriage, and a social contract, because you have stood before the public and you have pledged that you will love faithfully each other through sickness and health. And also it represents the planet Venus. Venus is often about love and beauty, but more importantly, it also rules Libra, the sign of partnership, which indicates fairness and balance. Everybody knows that relationships are not always fair and balanced, but this says do right. The Temperance card is here to say you have to reconcile the opposites, which can be a difficult thing to do. If you look, the angel is standing with her foot in the water, 1 foot out and 1 foot in, and it's pouring water from 2 cups back and forth. But it's a fire card. It represents Sagittarius. It's a fire sign card. And so we know that when you have water boiling on the fire at the right temperature, it will produce steam. But if it boils over, it puts the fire out. So you have to reconcile the opposites. Compromise, moderation in all things. That means your emotions, your thoughts, what you do. Economy is a key. It doesn't mean you have to be stingy to yourself, but think about what you're doing, what you're saying, how you feel. And then we come to this Queen of Wands, and this is a person I think is maybe at the heart of everything that is happening. She is usually a fire sign individual. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. She could be either. There's a symbol of Leo, and there's a Sagittarius card, and there's an Aries card. She's usually somebody who runs her own business, is outgoing, friendly, sexy, and she's not above using her sexual power to get what she wants. And that's where I think the temptation comes in. that this card is talking about. But she's an outgoing energy, which means she's leaving the spread. I think if you're arguing about this person, the key is the red triangle over the heart of the angel. It's indicating that this is a matter of the heart and that you should seriously consider how you're going to hurt the other person, no matter if this is a female on female cheating or a male and a female cheating. Let me turn the cards over. I can't read this one because it represents a court card. So that only leaves me the Five of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Ace of Cups as they relate to all these major arcana cards. And the Emperor could be like a father figure. He could be a mentor. Someone who will give you help and support when you need it. Let's look at these cards. I'm curious. The Five of Swords. Implies that you may have been involved in a conflict, and the nature of the conflict is that no one will win. A separation, permanent breakup of a partnership or a relationship of some kind due to the choices made by another is implied when the Five of Swords appears in a spread. It may be telling of the breakup or severance of an important relationship, partnership, and indicate the abrupt parting of ways. It may also be warning of malicious gossip or losing someone or something of importance to you, some unfair dealings and or theft, so you are asked to remain wary. It also indicates that there is a need to regain one's composure before stepping forward and going ahead with plans. I think there were some plans made here. I will look at that in just a minute. The Two of Cups. Is indicative of solid logical ideas being discussed between two people. There is open and honest communication between the two people involved. You can expect an unexpected letter, message, or information. Expect a surprise or an unexpected gift or event. That's what I'm telling you. It often indicates that you may find love with someone you have not previously thought of in a romantic way. It tells of reconciliations in an existing relationship that has undergone some trials, difficulties, and tests. It could be the signing of contractual agreements and or meeting between business partners. But I don't think that's what it is. Ace of Cups. Says that there is contentment and fulfillment within a relationship and openness with loved ones. It tells that things on the domestic front are about to change for the better, and this may involve a new home or residence. Often it indicates that there is a focus on awakenings of new thoughts, concerning inner values, truth, and desires. But it doesn't tell me anything next to all these damn cards. I want you to look at the Fool card for a second, because it kind of feels like a reverse Fool to me. Foolishness and poor judgment are some of the negative aspects when the Fool card appears reversed. That's how it feels. That's why I'm saying you have been foolish. You thought that you could start something new, but in fact, you are at a crossroads in your life. And the message of the card right side up is to look at your mistakes of the past, and many lessons have been learned. Do not make the same mistake again. Learn from the past. Upside down, reverse, speaks of folly, stupidity, and bad choices. It tells of one who never finishes what one starts, and also it indicates that you may be inclined to extravagant behavior that could lead to your downfall. Have more thought for the consequences of your actions. Appearing reversed in a reading, one's behavior can tend towards irritability, and one may become excessive. Childishness and irresponsibility are indicated when the Fool appears reversed. It can therefore be taken as a warning to be more responsible and to have more thought for the consequences of one's actions. Ensure that you are happy and satisfied with the way things are progressing in your life, and if not, change them. It is time to stop and look around you critically, then make the relevant changes. It is also an indication of upcoming disturbances, chaos, and possible upheaval. Being unaware and naive in an important situation or experience. But the card doesn't tell me anything about being next to. None of these cards tell me anything. So I'm going to look at the Queen of Wands, because she's the outgoing energy. And listen, if your husband is like an emperor, he has a lot of property and things like that, maybe this person is trying to get with him because she wants him for his material gains. I don't know. Let's pull cards on the Queen. Another Queen of Wands, the Giovane Fanciulla, which says that she is probably a younger woman. Rather, I don't want to say naive, but is not thinking about the consequences of her actions. The card says respect for a younger woman. She could be anybody. A colleague, a sister, a friend, a relative. Melancholia, sadness, depression, but it won't last long. the Donna de Servicio. And what I take this to mean is in her hand, I don't know if you can see it, there's a hanky. And this can be a sign of waving goodbye. See it? The hanky right there. I think she's going to be leaving your, but she will leave, she won't come back. It's going to be an amicable separation. Yeah. It's like surrendering. She throws in the towel and she will say goodbye. You know how people wave goodbye in the old days at the train? They had hankies to wave goodbye. She's leaving. And then you two have to seriously sit down and talk about what's going on in your life. It could be he's having a midlife crisis. You know how men get when they have a midlife crisis. Temptation. That's all it is. Through this card, addictions and self-limiting behaviors are being addressed. This is a time when you or someone else in your life may be placing too much emphasis on the material world and its pleasures. Even though we're all born connected to divine source, we have a tendency to pull away from that what was once natural. When we become disconnected from spirit, the source that once nurtured us is often replaced with a different supply or substitute. In other words, the connection is then forged with food, alcohol, nicotine, codependency to someone, or even work, hence the term workaholic. Many of us spend our lives trying to fill the void that was created when the link to the divine was broken. The temptation card is asking you to take a hard look at your life and ask yourself, where in my life am I suffering from addictive behavior? Is there negative thinking or behavior that's causing my life force to seep out of my soul? Are the people and relationships in my life giving me energy, or are they draining it? Learn to embrace your fears and all of your doubts so that every situation in your life becomes a learning experience. Gaining the knowledge that the physical world teaches you will help you transcend to a higher spiritual awareness. The cards say she will be leaving. I don't know when she will be leaving, but she will be leaving. So, there you go. Aquarius, that is what I have for you. This camera for October 2024. Let's see if I can make it. And I wish you good luck. I just can't do it anymore.